Hello everyone, it's Phil here, welcome with another video. This time we're on the PlayStation 4 and I'm gonna have a look at the game Limbo. Now, lately I don't really play too many games, and I've got a PlayStation 4 but it doesn't really get much use. However, I noticed that on the PlayStation Plus subscription, so if you've got a subscription going, you can download free games. Every month they release some free games and Limbo was one of them. I already knew Limbo from Steam. I got it a couple of years ago on Steam. And, well, it was free, so I downloaded it on the PlayStation 4 and thought, hey, just make a video about this, because I really like this game. So we're just gonna, I just want to show you the settings for the controls. And that's one thing I really like about this game. It's simple. Basically, you can use the diagonal pad or the left thumbstick to move around, and they're just two buttons. Jumping and action, so it's a very simple game. So we're gonna load a chapter, start in the beginning. The game is very minimalistic and it's got a very unique look and feel. It's black and white. It's got this shallow depth of field going, just like on a camera with a really high aperture. So the background and the foreground looks very blurry, very artistic, and the whole game is just really polished. It's got achievements and little puzzles. So I've already done this one, but the first time you do it you get an achievement, and the game just draws you in by a lack of stimulus. It's really, everything is simplified, and it's got this thing going where it zooms in and out, and like right now, so it zooms out and it gives you an idea of what the world around you is like. Now, when I started playing this game, I didn't even know what the point was. Apparently you were looking for your sister or something like that. But when I bought it when I downloaded it on the PlayStation Plus, it doesn't really tell you what it's about. And there are puzzles. So here's one of the first puzzles. This is too high. And you can see when the character gets close to an object that you can interact with, he reaches out his hands, and then you just use the circle button and you can push that cart a little bit out, and then you can climb on top. And the thing with the puzzles, there are those type of puzzles where sometimes you just have no clue what to do. But when if you persevere, you try a few things, and once you've figured it out, the puzzles are actually really easy, and that's really what I like. The puzzles are not like silly and make you do stupid things or are like ridiculously hard. The puzzles are actually really clever, but still simple, and the theme of simplicity is just throughout the game. And the music is also, it's got some sound cues in the background that just give you a bit of sense of the atmosphere and the loneliness. And it's never overpowered. It doesn't overburden you with silly sound effects. It's just slight, subtle cues of what's going on and that you might be in danger. There are lots of ways to die in this game. Now here we've got another puzzle, so we're trying to get up here, but this is too high. And you can try all sorts of things, but you can actually grab the boat and just push it up here. You can jump on the other side and push it from this direction. The controls, I mean, really, I have to say it, the controls are flawless. I mean, they've obviously spent a lot of time polishing this game. Everything just works the way you expect it to work. I never really had an issue of trying to do something but wasn't able to pull it off because of the controls. On the console, you also get the benefit of the. So here you can see an example of the zooming, where it's just zoomed out a little bit to give you an idea of what's ahead. And look at that shallow depth of field; it's just really beautiful. Yeah, with the rumble pack on the PlayStation 4, you get a rumble pack. Okay, let's die. So I'll just show you an example of lots of ways you can die in the game. And in that sense, the game is actually quite horrific and brutal. It There are so many ways you can die in this game. So it's a bit of a trial and error. And it does remind me of some older games like Another World or Out of This World. That was the name it had in the US. And you can grab these traps and then just jump over them. The Rumble Pack adds quite another layer to the game compared to playing it on Steam. I was quite surprised how much of a difference it actually made. So there's another problem here. So we're just gonna jump and try to swing around here. And you might just try to jump this way, and then unfortunately the trap gets you. So what you can do is just move the trap. Like so. Oops, that was a bit too fast, so let's do this again. There you go. And let's jump again. And now we can reach the ledge here. A couple of other things I want to talk about. On the forums, people do complain about the value because a lot of people have purchased the game on another system and end up buying it several times just to have it on a different system, and that's a little bit unfair. They could have a deal where you buy it once and you get it on several platforms. So here we got an area where the sound changes, and it just gives you that little bit sense of suspense and tension. Let's see what's happening here. Ooh, there's a rock so quickly. Left, off we go. And there are lots of moments like this where the sound cue just changes ever so slightly, and you're not sure what's going on, but you do know something is up, and it's just such a beautiful game in terms of looks, in terms of gameplay, in terms of the sound, the music, everything. In terms of how long it's going to take you to finish the game, it really depends on how quickly you can solve the puzzles, but it's not a long game. Here we've got Misha, so you might play around with that box and try to get on the other side, but this is just a, what do they call it, a red herring. It's a dead end, so you can't actually go that way. And the game often has that. It lures you into thinking you can solve a puzzle a certain way, but it really wants you to do something totally different. And in this case, we're just going to use the box to get some extra height, and we can jump up here. And pretty sure that's all I wanted to talk about. Really like this game. Not much of a gamer, but this is the kind of game that you start playing, and then before you know it, 2 hours have passed, or it's dark outside, and you just don't know where the time went. And it doesn't have any spectacular 3D graphics. It does everything through simplicity and very artistic graphics, and just really building up the suspense and everything. So, highly recommend it. Now, if you want to see some more gameplay videos, I mostly do retro stuff, but if you're interested in seeing other stuff, do let me know. I don't mind doing other videos, and I'm not going to do it on every game, but this game really impressed me, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't got it on Steam, then you should also get it on Steam or on the Xbox, and it might be on some other platforms as well. That's it. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Any questions, comments, feedbacks, just leave them down below.